What is up, peeps? Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best Season 4 settings in Warzone. Just remember, do keep in mind, I do play on a PlayStation 5 with a normal PlayStation 5 controller with control freaks. So let's jump into the settings area. For my Battle Royale button layout, I haven't changed this for a long time. I do use tactical flip, and the flip version is just on the right hand side. You can see it says click square, and it will basically flip like the bumper. So I shoot and aim with L1, R1. I know a lot of people like this one, the bumper jumper, and this one allows you to jump with like L2, so you can maintain both of your thumbs and jump at the same time. But I just never really got used to it, so I stick with tactical flip. I love it. Stick layout preset, it's a default, disabled. The dead zone, again, this one pertains to each specific player depending on their controller, so don't copy this one from me. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and set your dead zone all to 0, and then you're gonna set your horizontal stick sensitivity and your vertical stick sensitivity all the way to 2020. You're gonna go in the game and you're gonna see if it moves, and you keep bumping it little by little. Once it stops moving, then you can switch your sensitivity all the way back to normal. Now for my sensitivity, I do use 9.9 and 0.65 and 0.73, so I like my low zoom a little bit lower when moving, but I do like to keep my my ADS sensitivity a little bit higher. I did start at 6.6 about a couple months ago, but because of my control freaks, they did allow me to increase that sensitivity to 9.9, and I do feel that 9.9 is the way to go. I've never changed my ADS sensitivity multiplier. I mean, I always change it like correspondingly. But yeah, this is what I play right now. It's not that fast, but I think it's a pretty good sensitivity. Then for the aim response curve type, never changed this in my life. I love dynamic. Dynamic is the way to roll on this one. A lot of people feel this is weird, but I have controller vibration on. When I play and for some reason it's off, I just feel like there's something wrong with my controller. Especially the PlayStation 5 controller just has such nice vibrations. I don't know what it is, but it just feels good. And I don't know what people are saying, like, bro, it throws your aim off. It's not like you got an earthquake in your hand. Right? It's not like you shoot the sniper and then like your controller is like vibrating and your whole screen is shaking. It's like, nah, man, it's just like, it's a little thing. I like it. For the aim assist, I did switch back to standard. I had focusing a while back, but I'll explain this. If you're into sniping longer range and you just started and you want to practice those long range shots, then use focusing or precision. They're kind of like the training wheels, you know, they help you out. But once you get a hang of aiming really far away and all that, you don't need that stronger aim assist while aiming down sights. Then you can go ahead and select standard, because this one will give you a better aim assist when hip firing. For the weapon mount activation, I got this one, the ADS plus melee. Weapon mount movement exit enabled. This one is hold, and this one again, the use to reload behavior. Obviously, you know, we all like it in tap to use. I like this one a lot. This is just that if you tap the square button, you'll pick it up. You don't need to hold it. Depleted ammo switch enabled. Armor plate behavior. This one I had apply one way back, a little while back, and I switched it to apply all. And I've gotten better. Just remember, if you're using apply all, just if like somebody jumps in front of you, or just remember to cancel your weapon, you know, like do the YY or triangle to like cancel the play behavior. That's something that I just had a little issue with. But yeah, I use apply on that. Slide behavior, hold, auto move forward, disabled. I use automatic tac sprint. I know a lot of people use auto sprint. If you don't know how to perfect automatic tac sprint, because you know, when using like shotguns or semi-auto weapons, I've got a video right in the screen right here that will show you how to perfect automatic tac sprint. Vehicle camera recenter enabled. This one actually gets kind of annoying, so I might actually disable this. It's like glitches. But auto parachute deploy, I have enabled. Like some people were saying to disable it, but I don't know. I feel like I do open my parachute before I land, and then I like release it again. So I don't know. I just didn't like the disabled one. I think I like the enabled one. You can go either way. For general, for my brightness, I did knock it down too. This was after the season 4 update, because they did some changes like visibly, and I liked 48 a little bit better. For the safe area, you know, just bring it all the way to the max. Film grain, this doesn't really affect anything. Like I haven't even changed it. I've tested it out, you know, when in the game. It doesn't even look blurrier. It does not do absolutely anything. Subtitles disabled. English, the colorblind does change a little bit how the way game looks, but I feel they've changed it a little bit. So I've used the last one since they changed the color and how Warzone looks, but for this update when they released it, I feel they changed a little bit less. But yeah, I used to use this one, and as you can see, when you used to try Tinopia, I feel the colors are a little bit more contrasty, and that's the one I use for this one. And just remember to set colorblind target to both if you want both of them to see. And obviously world motion, both of them, turn them off. And this next one that we got is the on-demand texture streaming. This is something that they just recently added. Basically, if you got good internet and you got space in your PS5, then go for it. So what it basically does, we can see here, disabled streaming is disabled, so the game will just show local textures only. This means that it will show only the textures that you've downloaded. And when you got it enabled, as you guys can see, high quality textures are downloaded as you play the game. You could obviously set a daily download limit to what it is. I put limited, and I think it's all the way to the to 1, and it also tells you like how much you use, right? So I jumped into here and it says the average daily download, so it's like 0.16 gigabytes, which is about 150 megabytes per day, as you guys can see. So it like downloads different textures, like if it's got some good textures on the map. So if you want your game to look better, then go ahead and use this, and you can set at the minimum. As you guys can see, it won't really matter, but maybe go ahead and select it a little bit higher if it's actually reaching that that daily limit there. And then for the minimap square rotate, remember to change it to square. Minimap rotation enabled, and you got the letters and all that. Text chat, I like to have it enabled as well. Profanity filter, I don't even want to have this enabled. We want to look at the swear words, so I'm going to disable that. We do want to look at all the stuff flying around, so we have the dismemberment and dismemberment, is that how you pronounce it, and gore effects enabled. Game installed, so you can see just everything that you have installed. And then for the audio, I do have a HyperX Cloud Orbit S. Those are the headphones that I got, so I do have boost high. The ones I would recommend you to check are, I had Turtle Beaches before and they were boost low, because if I put boost high with my Turtle Beaches, it would be like if I was concussed when I was wearing them. But these ones, they come on the low end, so HyperX, I feel that boost high is a little bit better. So just test out between both of these, boost high and boost low. Also in the top left corner, you can see play audio test, and you can, if you click it,
let's go, Sergeant.
It will just play a bunch of sounds like shooting and walking, and I recommend you to do this, like have this on while you're just like moving all these things around. The music volume, I have it all the way down all the time. I just have it a little bit higher here just so you guys can hear some ambient noise while I'm talking. Master volume always at 100, dialogue volume always at 100. Something you got to do is remember, once you go into settings and go into your sounds, make sure that your controller, I don't have my controller connected, but make sure you have your headphones on your PlayStation wherever you are all the way to max. Once you have it on max, then go ahead here and switch those settings. Remember, effects is everything in the game, like putting on the place, the shooting, the crouching, the walking, the footsteps, all this. So effects, you always want to have it. Unfortunately, we don't really have that many options. Like I want to switch over, you know, I want to lower the vehicle volume, I want to lower this specific. We don't really have that, so sometimes you're just gonna have to go with it. The Juggernaut music enable, this is more for I think multiplayer. Hidden marker sounds, you could choose, you know, whichever one. Like I just choose this one. Mono audio disabled, voice chat enabled, and whether you can go is voice chat effect also feels a little bit different. If your friends are a little bit too loud on the mic, go ahead and select stealth comms. That this actually does affect the way that you hear your voice chat, but like tremendously. I mean, it's actually pretty cool. I do have no effect, which is just no filter at all, but go ahead and play around with these. They're actually pretty cool. War tracks disabled as a passenger. I have it disabled because when I stream on YouTube, since some tracks are copyrighted, I don't want my friends blasting on the radio, so I have it disabled. And just the war tracks volume, I just smack it all the way down. And that is every single thing that we got. Let me know down in the comments what settings you got different from me. Peace out, everybody.